walking around the church, if you're just going around checking out what's going on with another department, or you're walking around during the youth worship time or the youth volleyball game or whatever like that. You can stream that and get a much better quality stream by simply investing in something like that. It's really cool. There's a whole bunch of different companies that are making these. Some of them are like really generic. Some of them are like really expensive. But I'm seeing them in the $200, $300, $400 range. They do go up and they get much more advanced, and like use GPS to make sure that everything. I mean, they can really get advanced. That one I want to say is like in the $300 to $400 range. I've actually got not that one, but one from another company that did a Kickstarter last year. It's called the Smooth, SMOV or SMOVE. Anyway, I contributed to their Kickstarter program, so I'll be getting mine here hopefully in the next month or so, and I'll show it to you. We'll do a review, and I'll show you everything about how it works. It's really cool. I want to talk to you now about doing more with selfie mode. Okay, there's like I said, there's the instantaneousness, instantaneousness, the spontaneity. That's the word I'm looking for. The spontaneity of reaching in your pocket, grabbing your phone, and going live right then and there. And that's great. And remember I think it was last week when I was talking about how there's like two different types. There's like the produced formal live events. We've got a lot of equipment and all that sort of stuff. Then you've got the quick hits, the in the moment, the life streaming, not live, but life as in what's going on in my life right now, or what's going on in our church, or whatever happened. The production quality doesn't have to be great. Okay, so you can walk around. It can be a little shaky. It can be a little janky, and fumbling with getting the camera to reverse to shoot you, and then fumbling to get it back, and all that sort of. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's genuine and it's real. Now, if you want to, you can actually take selfie mode up to what I'm calling indie mode. And indie mode is basically using your phone more like a proper camera. You're going to treat it basically as if it were a real camera, and you're going to do things like put it in a housing to give you more stability. So if you take a look at that housing that's right there, that one's mounted on a tripod. Or you can hold it in both hands. You can mount other things. In fact, I'm going to show you that. This is an iographer, and this is an iographer that is made for the iPhone 5 phones. And what you can do with this is you can take your iPhone and you can clip it into the device. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can see it clips into the device, and it gets it's snug. It's not going anywhere. And you can use two hands to hold it. When you have a wider surface area to hold on to, you can get a much more steady shot. It's the difference between doing this, and trying to hold it nice and steady and not hit the buttons and all of a sudden, turn the volume up or whatever, and holding it like this and, bracing your arms against your body and getting some more stability to it. Another thing that's really cool about it is you can put on these lenses. So there's like these, I want to say they're 37 millimeter lenses that you can screw on, and you can use that is made for camera, and you're going to do things like put it in a housing. It'll probably be a little shaky. Live events, your pocket, great, really cool. Here, or like really whatever like that. You can stream that and get a much better quality stream by simply right there. You can adjust. Take a look. In this picture here, I've got this DJI Osmo. This is a little, it's kind of like it's like really pocket, great. Okay, using your phone more like and lenses. So they also have these shoe mounts. These are cold shoe mounts. Cold shoe mounts.
Ay. Fancy. DY. Fall in love and devotion. Clean bandit.
He's gone astray, so far away. Got to save him.
Daily struggle.
She tells him,
and Facebook is out at any time. Let's jump into the video. Content that's really distinct and always go live with US webcam, and you could use any kind of USB mic like start GH5, and it actually comes in two pieces. You actually buy the battery piece, and there's a little rubber door that opens on the GH5 to let you plug the wire in. And then you also buy the power supply piece, and it's really expensive if you buy the OEM stuff from Panasonic. I think together that was another $150. Now there is an aftermarket one, but for me, I was like, man, I'm already spending a lot of money to buy a camera that's this nice. I don't want to go cheap on the continuous power that I'm going to be using for years to come. And so this allows it to, you don't need to change batteries. It's just continuously powered. Whenever I want to just flip it on or off, the power.
When installing IP cameras, it is often required that live video of the cameras be embedded into a website. It sounds simple, but in fact we had to overcome several technical difficulties on the way. Cloud-based streams to configure your router to software running on this thing about IP camera. This snippet. There is an IP camera installed here, and the IP address accessible incoming connections be forwarded into the camera. Here is the interface of my router. Every single router is different, but the concept is the same. Find port forwarding page of the router and add 2 new port forwardings to the router. The first one is the SP real-time video streaming protocol for streaming the video. This protocol uses port 554, therefore let's add the camera to IP camera. First, you can find this info from ip.com. My computer is connected to the same router as my camera is also accessible at this address. IP address is used to assign to be able to add a camera to IP Cam Live, during which you can check the cameras page. You find the cameras already added. Add a new camera by clicking the new camera by resolution, compression, and frame rate. When connecting to URL, this is easy. IP camera by using on camera radio of the camera, accessible frame and password, then click. After a while, URLs are listed here with some additional to cameras page and click the new. Note that the IP address in the list is the local address of the camera, so you have to change this to the public address of your camera. And don't it takes some time for the servers to connect. On the left you can see detailed information about the stream, like resolution, frame rate, and bandwidth coming from the camera. Click the Add button, and now your camera has been registered. View it on IP up in the list and modify the set ways you can share your camera. Every single camera has an alias. Video is easy as well.
Hey, it's Justin Brown here from Primal Video. Wirecast and OBS, or Open Broadcast Software, are probably the two most popular live streaming programs that will allow you to create really professional looking live streams and send them to places like YouTube live streaming programs. We always get a cast programs. They'll both full screen or crop for the broadcast professionals. So that is the price you $495 US, 95, and there's a platform YouTube and Open you presets for live streaming settings or live streaming settings for the different resolutions that you're going to be in the software. Choose YouTube or choose Facebook and hit go live. You will need to understand the things like the bitrate, the resolution, the keyframe. Wirecast, on the other hand, has a heap of live streaming presets built in. So once you pick either Facebook or YouTube, the next step of streaming through Wirecast, the correct bit rates and resolution is that it's not CPU intensive, which means people use now game computer, CPU system, and a heap of additional plug installing, having the ability to build a program recently and right from the preview monitor, or doing everything manually with sliders instead of just being able to click and drag or click and crop your video elements to get them how you want them to look. It's not having to. Now we're going to look. Now output to one to multiple sources. In case you can also set up multiple quality or specific settings that you're going to release that they can then use as far as I'm concerned. Well, file is finished. You can see video assets, OBS, and so much more intuitive. The interface is much easier to use, and as far as I'm concerned, it's in a much more
most popular streaming softwares. Easy to hide it if you're not going to use it. Have it be an age. Why to know something about encoding? And in that, I mean, a lot of the other software packages out there
สวัสดีครับวันนี้เราก็จะมาแนะนำวิธีการทำโทรศัพท์มือถือนะครับที่เรามีเนี่ยโทรศัพท์มือถือเก่าๆหรือโทรศัพท์มือถือที่เราไม่ใช้แล้วเนี่ยนำมาเป็น
ในคลิปนี้เราจะมาพูดถึงวิธีการ
เว็บ
เพิ่ม
แคมนะครับโดยผ่านแอปที่มีชื่อว่า
โปรแกรมตัดต่อวิดีโอหรือว่า
IP เว็บแคมนะครับอันดับแรกนะครับเราต้องไปโหลดแอปลงมือถือก่อน
อันปีที่มี
โอเค
ซอฟต์แวร์เป็น OBS
เข้าไปอันนี้ผมใช้มือถือ Android นะครับแอปนี้มีทั้ง Android แล้วก็ iOS นะครับแต่เป็น Android ก็ไม่ใช่ Android ก็คือโทรศัพท์มือถือรุ่นนี้ก็เป็น Samsung Galaxy S5 นะครับอันดับแรกเลยก็เข้าไปที่ Play Store เราค้นหาคำว่า IP Webcam นะครับเดี๋ยวผมลองค้นหาดู
แน่นอนครับเป็น
IP Webcam ครับตัวนี้ก็จะขึ้นอันนี้
ความละเอียดถึง4
แล้วก็กดติดตั้งได้เลยซื้อมาเพราะว่ามันไม่มีโฆษณามันสมูทแล้วอันนี้วิดีโอโซลูชันนี่คือที่เราลองที่มันแบบว่าลื่นแล้วโอเคนะก็คือ720คูณ480นะครับอันนี้ก็คือว่ามันโอเคมันลื่นมันไม่สะดุดสำหรับผมนะครับเพราะว่าผมสตรีมลงหน้าจอเล็กๆก็เลยใช้แค่นี้ก็พอละส่วนใครที่แบบมือถือแรงมือถือใหม่ Wi-Fi ดีโอเคอันนี้แล้วก็เพิ่มโซลูชันมาเป็น1280คูณ720หรือ1920คูณ1080ก็ได้นะครับแล้วแต่
แคมเมรานะครับจะต้องเสียบแค่นี้พอเสียบอะไรให้เรียบร้อยเสียบสายแลนเรียบร้อยแล้วก็ทำการสแกน
อันนี้ก็คือเราเข้าบอก casting ก็คือว่า
อยู่คนละวงกัน
จะมี username password เวลาล็อกอินมือถือเข้าไปก็สมมติเราใช้ Wi-Fi หอเนาะมันก็ IP มันก็จะแบบทุกคนก็จะสามารถเห็นเข้ามาได้แล้วก็ตั้งล็อกอินusername password ไปเลยอันนี้ผมเป็น Wi-Fi ของผมเองผมก็เลยไม่ต้องตั้งง่ายดีนะครับก็พอร์ตอันนี้เราก็ไม่ต้องยุ่งอะไรกับมันเป็น80%นี่แหละโอเคว
อลลุ่มต่างๆนะครับเราไปบอก user นะครับแล้วเดี๋ยว
อันนี้เราก็มาถึง
สำหรับ
อันนี้ก็เป็น create shortcut นะครับเมนูนี้ก็ง่ายก็คือเราจะได้ไม่ต้องเข้ามาในแอป
Hey, what's going on YouTube? Brandon Wolf. This video, I'm going to be the camera, the face cam. Make sure you tutorials and great. Flip my camera around to this setup I have. 7i no over, so I don't have actual light. I almost made a very dumb mistake. Turn the USB, not a regular USB, and this will open. It's called EOS. The EOS utility popped up when you want to go down right here. I'm gonna zoom in. Click. You can get rid of it by BN anything to add, and go down to window capture. Press on that. This goes extended.
In this OBS Studio tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make your live streams look awesome. And we're starting right now. What is going on? My name is Nick. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here and you want to learn how to grow your channel, make videos, and all types of other YouTube related stuff, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. You're going to love this. I'm not going to waste any time. Let's go to the computer. Okay, so now that we're at the computer, it's going to remove my webcam. So I'm going to add that in. You see it and it comes in like this. All you to the normal side of the screen, and I'm going to choose rename. And is I want to build onto this. So click on main plane and I'm going to hit duplicate plus. I'm going to go to image on my screen now plus, and then I'm going to add that the text to show up to appear behind this and then disappear during information to help you grow your channels as well. So the next thing that we want to do is I'm going to actually that says text. I'm going to go into that once I have that in place. So I'm going to grab one of these corners and I'm just going to stick in a little bit easier. tune it as far. Oh, and it's just not very flat. I've got that here. I'm going to go with like a 31. That's fine. So it's still coming along. It's still moving. We have the main plane, and then we have the main ticker. Okay. I'm going to do that same PNG. Okay. So fill it down and try to fine tune it to, and then find is showing the. When you do that, they're going to give that URL. Use browser source. Here I'm going to make.
I'm going to show you how to make your live streams look professional using OBS, and we're starting right now. What is going on? My name is Nick. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here and you want to learn how to grow your channel and make videos and all types of other YouTube related stuff, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you can be notified when I go live to answer webcam, which that it's nice and clean. Make sure that there's not junk all over the place, and make sure it's not too distracting as far as detracting from the message. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you import it into OBS. When the intro comes in, intro itself, and perfect flash, and then it's done. Now, for first time of your life, that will help media. So this pops up on the screen, so it's going to always be on the screen.
Now, in my previous setup, so at least, but for this laptop to plug these things into. Next up, I'm going to talk about the camera. So for this setup, a really cheap option is to go for a GoPro. Here I have the GoPro Hero 5. What's cool about £5 to buy new too is the Ultra Studio mini recorder from Blackmagic Design. What this lets you, the basics one, it only costs about £5, so that's pretty inexpensive. But that's all about the option is to set the software for recording and live stream. Budget friendly, included little GoPro. We can throw it on a tripod. You might not have it over here and not take the HDMI. And then how to make sure your settings are right. You can watch that up here and just install a little bit of software. Things are good for you. There you go. You can see on the screen for you. It can be a little bit some time and play with. I would jump into the preferences on that, and then mini recorder from Blackmagic, so I can just click on that one just in case I'll just turn the camera on. The mode is 10. GoPro is set up for 10. Is working within. Is get some good. I will do that now. To somewhere right here if you want it, or keep it in your ear. And you can see me chatting. There's probably around a 20-second delay on the YouTube streaming, maybe a little bit more. So I can see myself talking a few seconds ago and see me talking to the GoPro and chatting to you. And now I can see that the test is working okay. I can pop in my head.
Do you want to use multiple cameras in your live stream? Hello, I'm Steven with more. So in the most popular line of video switchers for churches, the Blackmagic with a single camera. And if you already know, simple. The output from a single camera is just the video feed, and the output from streaming set HDMI output, which I really think is an unfortunate move. So just double check that the outputs are out of the box. This enables to the switcher with the USB connection, and run the ATEM and download an older version. Alternative, your computer. What is the IP address of the switcher? Once you have an IP address set and can connect the control source of the switcher. Once you have an IP address set and can connect of the switcher. Once you have an IP address set and can connect the control software to the switcher, are very particular about the video standard or resolution and frame rate that you input in the switcher, and then configure all your cameras and other inputs to that same video standard. Or you could come at it from the other way, find a common video standard that all your cameras can output. Set the video standard, click the gear icon in the bottom left corner of the standard of the ATEM. You won't get an image is the most reliable way to connect a computer to an ATEM. Your video interface. Another thing, reliable way to connect a computer to an ATEM. Another thing to know, games with what formats are supported. If they're higher end, it just works on a PC or a Mac and support that live video panel and turn coming from the. I usually play if you don't have this shot during, depending on how many people you have to run things. Camera 3 could be another manned camera in the center with a full body shot, or some sort of a side angle.
On today's photo moment, we're going to be setting up the Epiphan X2 and then doing a live broadcast, which is good to have the live audience tuning in as always. A good chunk of you tuning in today already. I see all kinds of chatter going on in the live chat room. Patreon.com/PhotoJoseph. When I showed this last time, I didn't have my close-up camera set up, but I have it set up now. So let's do a quick little, there is the X2, or did I? Maybe I did have it set up. I don't know. But anyway, there it is, just in case you missed the unboxing of it. This is the box, got a whole slew of ports on here. You got your HDMI in, USB, some of the excellent, we like that. All set up, I'll go. He's using the Blackmagic, what's this thing called? Oh, I just forget the name of it. Studio Camera 4K, here we go. This is what we're using today. Where's that? Let's keep in mind, whenever talking about this, the price difference. This is a $1,000 device. During the passcode I just realized, or your home. That is the plan. Hopefully it works. And we'll also go into discussed in previous shows. Positions here. We're going to rotate this so that you can point your camera at this to some degree. Try and get the little, because I have to be able to see this. Can you zoom out? YouTube, let's see, oop, that just does that. YouTube, you can, with a signal,
This is the main.
put this up, main show, if I is
Head over to the OBS site, link in the description below. Simply download the latest guides here, everybody, another down and dirty guide. Today we'll be taking a gander at Open Broadcaster software, or just OBS for short. This totally free and open source application is just the thing you've been looking for when it comes to your streaming and recording needs. So first things first, head over to the OBS site, link in the description below. Simply download the latest version of the application and then load it on up. And you'll be given a drop down with a few options to choose from. Let's go ahead and choose the game I loaded up earlier and then hit OK. The new source might not show a window capture when to start the game in the preview area, reliable, but tends to be a bit more of a slightly the same didn't work shows up. If we click inside the option and or down on the straight to go final time and your device, you have a bunch